Pride, a time to celebrate. And who doesn't love a celebration? We've come a long way, that's for sure. From decriminalisation to marriage equality in less than 50 years. Now that really is something worth celebrating. But are we truly ready to celebrate victory? Can we honestly say we live in a post-homophobic society when the number of anti-LGBT hate crimes rose by 26% in the UK last year? When an estimated 14 million queer people live in countries where they can be put to death just for having sex with the person they love? Pride is supposed to be a time for our community to come together, where everyone is equal, where all are represented, where each individual is made to feel like they belong. But in reality, 1 in 4 LGBT people across the UK say they feel isolated and have limited or no access to community support. And half, yes, half of Black, Asian and minority ethnic queer people have experienced discrimination or poor treatment from others within our own community because of their ethnicity. Perhaps there's still some work to be done before we can all feel proud.
What makes me really angry, though, are the ones who feel sorry for me.
I mean, I used to get into so many online fights, and I used to block so many people.
He told me to go back to where I came from.
They say it gets better. Well, I'm not so sure. At school, I was bullied by the straights for being gay. Now I'm bullied by the gays for being fats.
So, my boyfriend, he was being all secretive one day. He said he was going into town. I was like, okay, whatever, off you go. And then, whenever he was being secretive, it usually meant that he was organising some sort of surprise for us. And by us, I mean me. He was good like that. Anyway, he came back and he said that he wanted to talk. I was like, sure. So he sat down and he told me that he had just tested positive for HIV.
It's been 4 weeks since I lost my wife of 38 years. I feel incredibly lonely, but I was lonely before the lockdown. I was lonely before Hannah died. I had learned early on to keep my private life private. So please believe me when I tell you that it is no small feat for me to discard a lifetime of hiding my feelings and to tell you who I really am.
In many respects, it was just an ordinary Friday. Fairly uneventful, really. But there was a nervous fear that gripped me about what was coming later. I was anxious about the decision I'd made, but I knew that it needed doing.
Wanna come to a party?
Hey, it's you. Hi. Just a minute. I've just got in. I'm just sitting down. There, that's better. So, anyway, hi. How are you? How are you today?
I'm not too bad, thanks. Just bored. What about you?
Yeah, I'm really bored too. I was so bored this morning that I went into the supermarket, put a packet of toilet rolls on the shelves just to see people fight over it.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, love. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, love, I can hear you. I hope he turns up for this thing.
I think he will. Let's see. Is everything okay over there? Are you eating properly?
Yes, woman. Like I've told you, 15 times? I am more than capable of preparing some food for myself. Now, you really need to stop worrying. Hang on. I think this is him now.
Is that you, Joseph?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you for doing this.
I'm doing it for Luke.
Why do we fear difference?
We're each of us unique.
And our strength lies precisely in our uniqueness.
In our diversity.
Our differences won't destroy us.
What will destroy us is our failure to acknowledge, respect, and celebrate those differences.
In embracing diversity, the importance of self-acceptance cannot be overstated.
That which you accept about yourself can never be used by others against you.
So stand tall in the face of whatever weapons they might use to attack you.
Embrace your flaws and your weaknesses. These are what make you unique.
For it is only when we truly accept ourselves that we learn to accept others.
If acceptance is the destination, tolerance is the road.
Be intolerant of intolerance.
But don't confuse tolerance with indifference or silence.
Silence equals death, remember?
Often, it is easier to remain silent.
We may fear being ignored, or finding ourselves exposed, ridiculed, or attacked.
And yet, in not speaking, aren't we fearful all the same?
So have courage.
Raise your voice and be heard.
Speak your truth, even though your voice might shake.
Because it's only when you speak that you can rise and soar.
And let me tell you, when you speak, they will not like it.
They will try to shut you down.
Tell you to stay quiet and keep the peace.
But the peace has already been disturbed.
So pay them no mind.
And the more you speak, the easier the speaking will become.
And other voices will join you in speaking.
And in the speaking, we will find a place without fear.
We will find our truth.
And in the end, we will come to understand
But the only thing more frightening than speaking
Is not to speak.